Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Nishi-Hongawanji Buddhist Temple. My name is Clifton Dodatsuong and I'm a staff member of the temple. So today I'll introduce more about our temple, Nishi-Hongawanji, to everyone. So behind me is our huge ginkgo tree, which is about 400 years old. As you can see, it's autumn now in Japan, so the leaves are slowly turning yellow. And this tree is also named the upside down ginkgo tree because if you look at it, it looks like as if the roots are coming out from the ground. And it's also got another nickname called the fire extinguishing ginkgo tree because of a legend in 1788 when a huge fire broke out in Kyoto. This tree actually spouted water and extinguished the fire that was approaching the temple. So it saved the two temple halls that you can see behind me. The hall behind me now is called the Goeido, the Founders Hall, and this was built in 1636, so it's about 290 years old now. The other hall, the Amida, which is actually behind the tree, was built later in 1760. We will go to these two halls afterwards as well. So now I'll introduce the Karamon Gate, which is a national treasure of the temple and a national treasure of Japan. If you have a look at it, it looks very splendid and very enriched with a lot of carvings. And the carvings around here are of Chinese style lions and dragons. You have what we call the kirin, or the Chinese style unicorn on top, as well as tigers and lions, as well as flowers and the phoenix over here. This gate was actually used as the imperial envoy's gate. So whenever there was a visit by anyone from the Japanese imperial family, this gate would be open for them. And also for foreign guests, royal guests, especially Queen Elizabeth II, who visited the Hongwanji in 1975. She entered the temple through this gate. Well, as you can see, it's full of carvings, and it's also called the Sunset Gate because if you want to really look at the carvings in detail, it will take a full day. And this is the inner side of the gate. There is also, of course, the external, the outside part of the gate. On the sides, you can see actually carvings of two people as well. And this is from a Chinese story set in the I should say the 3rd century BC. Over here you can see a man called Guo Fu, and he's washing his ears actually. And why is he washing his ears? Because they said that the Emperor Yao wanted to vacate the imperial seat and pass it to him. But this Yao Shun had already decided to become an ascetic and wasn't interested in affairs of the court. So hearing that the emperor had wanted to make him succeed the seat, he said that, well, this is the dirtiest thing I've ever heard. So he's washing his ears. And on the other side is another man who's pulling his cow, and this man is called Guo Fu, and he's asking, why are you washing your ears? And he said, well, because the emperor wanted to ask me to succeed, but I don't want to, and this is the dirtiest thing I've ever heard. And this man is also an ascetic in a sense, so he's also like, well, then I can't let my cow drink this dirty water, so he's pulling his cow away. So this story is the inside side. So when we come into the temple, we're supposed to cast away all these secular, worldly affairs. But on the outside, it's a different story. On the outside, and I hope we can have a look later, is carvings of a great statesman called Zhang Liang, who helped the Han Emperor set up the Han dynasty in ancient China. And he's picking up a shoe. And the other man on the other side is called Huang Shigong. And this man is a sort of, you could say, a strategist. So Huang Shigong, being touched by Zhang Liang's act of picking his shoe up from the river, passes him this war manual. And Zhang Liang, using that war manual, later overthrows the Qin dynasty and helps to set up the Han dynasty in ancient China. So
It is a special gate for welcoming.
For imperial or royal visitors.
I see.
Yes. So this was last open, and as you can see, it looks the lacquer looks very new because actually just 3 years ago we actually renovated this gate.
Okay.
Yes. So the lacquer and all the paintings have been repainted, but it's original. For every 40, because it's out in the open, about every 4 to 5 decades, we have to actually repaint the gate and re-lacquer the gate as well.
Okay. And this is a national treasure.
That's right.
Yes. So beautiful, I think so.
That's right. This is said to have been part of the gate that was part of Toyotomi Hideyoshi's estate in Fushimi Castle, and was later transported here to the Hongwanji. As you can see, it has the emblem of the imperial court, the imperial family, the chrysanthemum emblem, and also the Paulonia emblem, which was used as the family crest for the Hideyoshi shogun, and it's also used as the crest for the Japanese government now.
He built up the Osaka.
That's right. Hideyoshi was the one who built Osaka Castle, and he's also the same person who actually donated the land where Hongwanji stands now. So the land where Nishi-Hongawanji is was also donated by Toyotomi Hideyoshi.
Because I live in Osaka.
Oh yes, that's right.
South part of Hannan City.
Well, Osaka Castle was where the Hongwanji was, and in my previous video I actually spoke about that, so I won't go into detail now. But so if you can go back to our previous video that has the history of the Hongwanji in it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So behind me is the main hall of the Hongwanji, the Amida Do, or in English, the Hall of Amida Buddha. This is where most of our important services and ceremonies are held, in addition to the Goeido, the Founders Hall, which I had introduced earlier. So this hall was rebuilt, I should say, in 1760. The first generation hall was built in the late 1590s, but was destroyed in an earthquake in the early 1600s. And a second generation hall was rebuilt soon after that, but was also destroyed in a fire in the 1610s. So this hall, the previous hall before this, was a small temporary hall about just 2/3 the size of this hall. And in 1760, to celebrate the 500th memorial of our founder's passing, this hall was rebuilt in 1760. It can accommodate about 800 people, and we can go in afterwards to have a look at what's inside. So please follow me. So now we'll go inside the Hall of Amida Buddha. So please follow me. So you can see how big this hall is. So this hall can accommodate about 800 people at any one time. This is the main shrine hall, and because currently on the 21st and 22nd of May, we're having our temple's autumn services, so there's a special decoration for the inner sanctum. Let me pay my respects to the Buddha first.
Name Amida Nyorai.
Yes, that's right, Amida Nyorai.
Amida Nyorai.
Or the Buddha of infinite light and infinite life. Samandab, 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 samandab. So enshrined in the middle here is the statue of Amida Buddha. Amida is a Sino-Japanese term for Amitabha, Amitayus. Amitabha means the Buddha of infinite life, and Amitayus, the Buddha of infinite light. This Buddha represents infinite life and infinite light. Infinite life represents the Buddha's compassion, and infinite light represents the Buddha's wisdom. wisdom and compassion are the so-called two wheels of Buddhism. And this Buddha actually made a vow to liberate all beings who say the name南無阿弥陀仏, which means I take refuge in Amida Buddha. But it's not a prayer in a sense. This recitation of the name南無阿弥陀仏 is a thanksgiving to the call of Amida Buddha. Here, the statue of Amida Buddha is a standing statue as contrast to a seated statue. I shall introduce more about that in a later video. But here you can see just the decorations. This hall, the Hall of Amida Buddha, just underwent a renovation about 3 years ago. So you can see that the floor and the panels have been re-lacquered with lacquer and gold plate. By the sides, if we come to the side here, are 4 scrolls. Over here are scrolls depicting 3 masters, and on the other side another 3 masters. These are what we call the 7 masters from 3 countries. The 7 masters are Nagarjuna and Vasubandhu from India, Tanluan, Daozhuo and Shandao from China, and Genshu and Honen from Japan. These 7 masters are whom our founder Shinran Shonin regarded as 7 instrumental masters in propagating the Jodoshi or the Pure Land teachings from the time of Shakyamuni Buddha to his time. So he regarded these 7 masters from 3 countries as his teachers and as the lineage of how Pure Land Buddhism came to Japan.
So, Shinran Shonin, it includes the 8 monks.
If he's included, it'll be 8 monks.
8 monks.
Yes.
I see.
But he never regarded himself as the founder of religion, so that's why he always called the 7 masters. And over here on the right,
One moment.
oh,
please.
okay,
By the way, you said Amida, right?
yes,
Amitabha.
Amitayus.
Amitayus. What it mean, please?
Okay, Amitabha means infinite life, and Amitayus means infinite light.
I see.
Life and light. Life represents the Buddha's compassion, and light represents the Buddha's
Okay.
wisdom. So wisdom and compassion are like 2 wheels that we use to attain enlightenment. Or should I say, in our Jodo Shinshu terms, the Buddha made these vows to embrace all of us and lead us to enlightenment.
Japanese Jodo Shinshu Buddhism is very deep, I think so.
Yes, that's right. It's very different from other Buddhist schools in other Buddhist countries.
Thank you very much.
So now from the Amida-do, we're going back to the Goeido, or the Founders Hall. And before that, I just want to have your attention to these lanterns over here. These are, of course, for decorative purpose nowadays. But also, if you come underneath the camera, underneath the lanterns, you can also see the face of a dragon. And why do we have the face of a dragon carved? Well, as I explained earlier, over there we had the elephant. So in India, the elephant is considered an element of water. But in Japan and in East Asia generally, the dragon is also the element of water, as opposed to the element of fire in the West. So in Buddhism, generally, the dragon is considered a guardian deity of Buddhism. So the dragon would be to protect the temple against one element which we all do not like, and which has destroyed the temple twice: fire. But if you look up at the temple, you can see that there is this white coating on the hall, on the walls behind us, and on the beams over here. In Japanese, this is called shikui. It's a special type of coating, and it has 2 purposes for us. One is to decorate the temple, because if the temple was just all this dark colored wood, the temple would look very dull and very dark. So this white coating gives off a very nice contrast. And secondly, it's to protect the temple. It's said that this shikui can prevent fire from spreading too fast to the other parts of the temple. So that's why over here and the area behind us and on the beams above us, we have this shikui that's coated over the beam so that fire doesn't spread too fast. Well, in the old days, as they didn't have fire hydrants and fire hoses, this was the only method they could use to slow down fire from spreading too fast to the other parts of the temple. Side of the Hongwanji. So if you look on the floorboards here, you can see different carvings as well. So let me bring your attention to this one over here. What do you think it looks like?
Oh, Mount Fuji.
That's right, this is Mount Fuji. And if we come over here, and if you look from that side, well, this is a bit difficult, but some Americans may know this is the eagle. So, well, if you're American, this is your national bird. But if you are looking at it from the upside down side, so if you look from where I'm standing, you can actually see that it's an eagle. And over here is an aubergine or eggplant.
I see. Summer vegetable.
Yes, so it's a summer
Natsu.
vegetable, natsu in Japanese.
Aye.
So in Japan, there is this idiom, there is this phrase called Ichi Fuji ni taka san nasubi, which is used especially during the New Year on January 1st. It said it's a Japanese folk belief that if you dream of either one of these three, you'll have a very good year.
Okay.
Mount Fuji is because Mount Fuji is the highest peak in Japan, so you'll be at the top. And for the eagle, because the eagle soars high, your wishes will come. You have maybe a promotion. And for the nasubi, because in Japanese nasubi sounds like naru, synonymous with to accomplish, to become. So if you dream of the eggplant, then your dreams may come true. And not only do we have that, we also have like other carvings like the gourd over there. Some people say this looks like a turnip or it looks like a heart.
What is this?
Turnip, kabu.
I see.
It's also another,
Kabu.
yes, Japanese
Japanese language. Kabu.
vegetable.
Vegetable.
And if we come over to the, not only on the floorboards, but you can also see on the railings as well. Maple leaves over here.
Whoa.
And it looks like as if it's flowing on a river. So we come, because of the natural lines of the wood.
That's right. Momiji.
That's right. This is momiji or maple leaves in Japanese.
I see.
And so and there's also some more here. And because of the lines, they look like as if it's flowing on the river. And then it comes to lead us to a deer. Shika. Well, if you go to Nara, which is the old capital of Japan before Kyoto, there is the Nara Deer Park, which is famous for all these deer. So maybe the carpenter who carved this was from Nara. Shika. Yes. And why do we have all these carvings? Well, this is actually called umeki in Japanese, or literally translated into English, buried wood or implanted wood. And these are actually
Umeki?
umeki.
Umeki, I see.
So it means implants. So these carvings were implanted onto the floorboards to repair the floorboards. Now let me show you one of my favorites, which is just over here at the corner.
Carpenter.
Yes, these carpenters make these carvings. So one of my favorites is just over here.
Oh yeah.
Can you see can you tell what that is?
Interesting. Elephant.
That's right. And you can see a small elephant here. But if you look up at the panel over here, can you see the elephant, the face of an elephant?
Yeah.
And why do we have elephants? Well, as many of you may know, Buddhism originated from India, and well, elephants are considered sacred in India. And the elephants in India actually represent an element, water. And because these are all wooden structures, we have, and of course because the Hongwanji got burned down twice when the Hongwanji was first shifted here, so the elephant in a sense is acting as a protector against fire.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Interview, okay?
Can we interview you for a short while?
Yes, you can.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So,
Where did you come from, please?
Australia.
Australia.
Sydney.
oh, Sydney,
Sydney.
from Sydney.
Big city. How long are you stay in this country?
3 days
No,
Oh,
in
really?
no.
so far.
In this country.
How long are you going to stay in Japan?
We'll stay for 3 weeks.
Oh,
3
3
weeks.
weeks.
But so far we've been
I
here
see.
3
We
days.
just
Oh,
come.
you just came for 3 days already.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay. Traveling the whole of
Yes.
Japan. So this is Kyoto's your first stop.
Second.
Second stop
We
after-
landed in Tokyo.
Okay.
A couple of days in Tokyo
Okay.
first to become acclimatized,
Okay.
and then down here by bullet train.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I'm a content creator,
Okay.
YouTuber.
Oh, YouTuber.
Oh my God.
Oh, I see.
He showed this to the Japanese. Can he put this on YouTube?
Thank you very
What
much.
is your YouTube channel called?
Teru Bonds. TEL, again, TEL _ BONZE. Bonds is a Japanese monk, it means.
Is that what you are?
Yes, we are.
Excellent.
Oh, lovely.
And by the way, how long are you staying in this country?
For 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh, too long.
Not too long.
Very
4
And they-
days here.
Is this the first time to visit this country?
For me, yes.
Yes.
Me,
So it's
no.
your first time in
Yes,
Japan?
my
And
first time.
How many times have you been here?
Please tell me, what impression in this country?
Friendly,
Friendly,
clean,
clean.
tidy,
What, pardon?
tidy.
Tidy.
I see.
Very busy.
Busy.
Very busy.
Tokyo.
Very crowded with people in Tokyo.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Very modern with big, tall buildings.
But all
Modern-
the,
lot
like
of
this
old
building.
machine- And then beautiful old buildings like these
Ah, yes.
temples. Yes. Very beautiful.
So, you first city is Tokyo,
Yes.
the second Kyoto,
Yes.
next
No,
Osaka?
Osaka.
Osaka. Yes,
And,
I live in Osaka.
oh, right.
Yes, I'm already retired.
Retired.
10 years ago, I take care of the handicapped peoples,
Oh, right.
cerebral palsy,
Yeah.
and minimum brain damaged people.
Yes.
Yes,
That's good.
And
it's-
and when you're a monk, what is your role?
YouTuber.
Nice.
Susanna is a midwife.
Yes.
Midwife.
I see.
I help the women have the baby and look after them when they birth.
Oh, good job.
Yes.
Yes.
Like your job, very good too.
I see.
Care for people.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes,
Our
thank you
pleasure.
too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Have a good trip.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
どうも
Thank you, Sensei.
ありがとうございま
ありがとうござい
した。
ました。
Thank you very much.
Thank you
for
very
your
much.
time.
Yeah, I should thank you so much. Thank you,
Okay.
Sensei.
So, ending shot.
So, everyone, please visit the Hongwanji if you have the time, and please feel free to approach us at the information center should you like a tour in English of the temple. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope all of you have a great time. Thank you.
See you again.
See you again. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Please come to this counter if you need a guided tour. Bye.